Shahed marbled chocolate banana bread. This Shahed marbled chocolate banana bread is an ultra-moist banana bread featuring rich swirls of chocolate. Easy to prepare, it's a decadent delight perfect for breakfast, dessert, or a satisfying snack. I've always loved a good banana bread, but this marbled chocolate banana bread is hands down my favorite. The classic combination of chocolate and bananas is simply irresistible. It's perfect for breakfast with a cup of coffee or as a sweet treat when I'm craving something special. Before you start perfect Shahed marbled chocolate banana bread. Use ripe bananas. The riper the bananas, the sweeter and more flavorful your bread will be. Look for ones with plenty of brown spots. Measure ingredients precisely. Baking is all about accuracy. Use the spoon and level method for flour to avoid packing it too tightly and altering the texture. Room temperature ingredients. Bring butter and eggs to room temperature before mixing. This ensures smoother incorporation and a more uniform batter. Avoid over-mixing. Mix the wet and dry ingredients just until combined. Over-mixing can lead to a denser, tougher loaf. You'll need chocolate chips, ripe banana, butter, flour, eggs, sour cream, sugar, baking soda, salt. Ingredients: 2 cups all-purpose flour, 3/4 teaspoon baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1 cup sugar, granulated, 1/3 cup butter, softened, 2 eggs, 1/3 cup sour cream, 3 bananas, ripe, mashed, about 1½ cups, 1/2 cup chocolate chips, semi-sweet. All-purpose flour forms the foundation of the banana bread, providing structure. While all-purpose flour works perfectly, experimenting with alternatives like whole wheat or almond flour can create unique textures and flavors. Baking soda ensures the bread rises beautifully, giving it a light and fluffy texture. Salt balances the sweetness and enhances overall flavor. Without it, the bread can taste flat. Granulated sugar adds sweetness and helps create a tender crumb. Use white sugar, brown sugar, or a mix for varying sweetness levels and a subtle molasses undertone. Butter contributes richness and moisture to the bread. Softened butter is ideal for easy mixing and a smooth batter. Eggs offer structure and stability, helping the bread rise and set as it bakes. Sour cream, a secret ingredient for ultra-moist banana bread. It tenderizes the gluten in the flour for a softer crumb and adds a slight tanginess that complements the banana's sweetness. Ripe bananas, the star ingredient. Overripe bananas bring natural sweetness, moisture, and their signature flavor. Look for brown and spotty bananas, the riper, the better. Semi-sweet chocolate chips, swirled into the batter, they add a decadent, rich chocolate flavor. Feel free to substitute with dark or milk chocolate chips depending on your preference. Melt chocolate with care. Melt chocolate chips in the microwave using short intervals, stirring between bursts to prevent burning. Smooth, melted chocolate creates beautiful, even swirls. Check for doneness. Insert a toothpick into the center of the bread. If it comes out clean or with a few crumbs, it's ready. Oven times may vary, so keep an eye on it. Cool completely. Allow the bread to cool in the pan for 10 minutes before transferring to a wire rack. This helps it set and makes slicing easier. Get creative with add-ins. Customize your banana bread with extras like nuts, chocolate chips, or a swirl of peanut butter for added flavor and texture. How to quickly ripen bananas. If your bananas aren't ripe enough yet, try these 2 simple methods. Bake them. Place the bananas on a baking sheet and bake at 250 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 20 minutes. The time needed depends on their initial ripeness, so keep an eye on them and add more time if necessary. Use a paper bag. If you can wait a day, put your bananas in a paper bag and fold the top to seal it. This traps the banana's ethylene gas, which speeds up ripening. For an extra boost, add an apple, fig, or pear to the bag to increase ethylene levels. Instructions. Preheat the oven. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 180 degrees Celsius. Grease a 9 times 5-inch loaf pan with butter or spray it with cooking spray. Mix dry ingredients. In a medium bowl, whisk together the flour, baking soda, and salt. Set aside. Prepare wet ingredients. In a large bowl, combine the sugar and butter. Beat with a mixer on medium speed until smooth and well combined. Add the eggs and sour cream, then beat until blended. Stir in the mashed bananas until incorporated. Combine dry and wet mixtures. Gradually add the dry ingredients to the wet mixture. Beat on low speed just until the batter is moist. Avoid overmixing. Melt the chocolate chips. Place the chocolate chips in a microwave-safe bowl and microwave on high for 1 minute, or until nearly melted. Stir until smooth. Make the chocolate batter. Take 1 cup of the banana batter and mix it into the melted chocolate until fully combined. Layer and swirl the batter. Spoon the plain banana batter into the prepared pan, then add the chocolate batter. Swirl the two batters together with a knife for a marbled effect. Alternatively, layer the batters, starting with plain, then chocolate, and repeating until all the batter is used. Bake the bread. Bake for 1 hour to 1 hour and 15 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. Begin checking at the 1 hour mark to avoid overbaking. Cool and serve. Let the bread cool in the pan for 10 minutes before transferring it to a wire rack. Cool completely, then slice and enjoy. Notes: use ripe bananas. Overripe bananas with lots of brown spots work best for banana bread. Avoid using bananas that are fermented or have split peels. Don't overmix. Overmixing the batter can result in dense bread. Mix just until the ingredients are combined. Check for doneness. Insert a toothpick into the center of the bread. It should come out clean or with a few moist crumbs. Cool completely. Allow the bread to cool fully before slicing to prevent it from crumbling. How to make Shahed marbled chocolate banana bread. 1. Prepare the oven and pan. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 180 degrees Celsius. Grease a 9 times 5-inch loaf pan with butter or spray it with cooking spray. Tip: greasing ensures the bread releases easily after baking. 2. Mix the dry ingredients. In a medium bowl, whisk together 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Set aside. Tip: mixing the dry ingredients first ensures even distribution of the baking soda. 3. Prepare the wet ingredients. In a large bowl, beat 1 cup of granulated sugar and 1/3 cup of softened butter with a mixer on medium speed until well combined. Add 2 eggs and 1/3 cup of sour cream, beating until smooth. Mix in 3 mashed ripe bananas. Tip: mash the bananas thoroughly for even sweetness and moisture. 4. Combine wet and dry mixtures. Gradually add the dry ingredients to the wet mixture. Beat on low speed until just combined. Tip: avoid overmixing to keep the bread light and tender. 5. Melt chocolate chips and prepare the chocolate batter. In a microwave-safe bowl, melt 1/2 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips in 30-second intervals, stirring between bursts until smooth. Combine 1 cup of the banana batter with the melted chocolate and mix until well blended. Tip: short microwave bursts prevent the chocolate from scorching. 6. Layer and swirl the batter. Pour the plain banana batter into the prepared loaf pan, then spoon the chocolate batter on top. Use a knife to gently swirl the two batters together to create a marbled effect. Tip: be gentle with the swirling to maintain distinct patterns. 7. Bake the bread. Bake for 1 hour to 1 hour and 15 minutes, or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. Start checking at the 1 hour mark. Tip: avoid overbaking to keep the bread moist. 8. Cool and serve. Let the bread cool in the pan for 10 minutes, then transfer it to a wire rack to cool completely. Slice and enjoy. Tip: fully cooling the bread ensures easier slicing and enhances the texture. Nutrition information. Serving, 1 slice. Calories, 272 kilocalories, 14%. Carbohydrates, 45 g, 15%. Protein, 4 g, 8%. Fat, 9 g, 14%. Saturated fat, 5 g, 31%. Polyunsaturated fat, 0.5 g. Monounsaturated fat, 2 g. Trans fat, 0.2 g. Cholesterol, 46 milligrams, 15%. Sodium, 184 milligrams, 8%. Potassium, 148 milligrams, 4%. Fiber, 2 g, 8%. Sugar, 25 g, 28%. Vitamin A, 273 IU, 5%. Vitamin C, 3 milligrams, 4%. Calcium, 26 milligrams, 3%. Iron, 1 milligram, 6%. Please subscribe to my channel. Channel name, Khaled Zubair. Thanks for watching.